Okay, guys, I am just getting dressed this morning. I found this. I needed to buy another bra, $1, underwear. Let you get to know me a little bit, okay? I've had a lot of people who really just don't know me. They take me the wrong way and they don't know me. So I'm very minimalist. I'm not somebody who's really into money. Um, I do enjoy money as far as getting my needs met and having, enough resources to get done my purposes in life, which is usually ministering and helping others after my walk with God. My personality, my ingrained personality, is a very feisty woman. I had someone last night at work say, "Oh, feistiness is in the air here." And it's like, no, it's actually my personality. I'm very feisty. I am not afraid of trouble. I'm just somebody who knows that God is with me. He's always with me. When you've been a Christian for a while, the experience of God is what strengthens you, because you've seen him come through for you time after time after time. And there's nothing to fear. Not only do I have that personality of someone who is very confrontational, and I feel like if you are offending me, I'm going to be offending you for offending me. Um, Very confrontational. I am a very passionate woman. If you look up things about my personality and the way I am, a husband should absolutely appreciate and love a woman like this, because he's never going to be bored. He's never going to have a boring moment with a feisty woman. She will go until death to fight for what she thinks is right. She may be offended with something you've said, but in the end, she would die for you. That's the type of woman I am. I'm somebody who's straightforward, very kind and gracious and good, but on the other side, you don't want to cross my path. Um, Bubbly, fun. Let me see what else would describe me. Um, Outspoken, willing to take the fall many times in life for people, loving others. There's a calmness and a peace even amongst the trouble in my life. I did have an issue last night at work where I said to somebody, I'm like, hey, I need some training. The other night I said, I need some training on this register. I haven't learned this. She's like, yes, you have. You know how to do this. And I said, no, I don't. And she's like, yes, you do. So last night she's like, after I was working on the register, she's like, see, you know how to do it. And I said, you know what? I think I know myself better than you know me. If I say to you, I do not know this register, then I don't know it. I think I know myself better than you do. So, I really had to put somebody in their place. And this is something that I've had to do a couple times. With just, my training. Like, companies do not want to train you. And so I've had someone else at my other job say, oh, you know how to do that. And I said, no, I don't. So this time I came on pretty strong, and I was like, I think I know myself better. I was walking, and I met this girl too who had given that to me and said, I told her what had happened at that first place, and she's like, yeah, I think you know yourself better. And she had given me that one thing she said, and I picked it up last night, and I'm like, I think I know myself better than you do. And she walked away in a huff. She was all huffy. So this is who I am. Very stubborn. My mother used to say, you're stubborn, when I was growing up. She's like, you're like your father, you're stubborn. And I didn't think I was stubborn. I just go with what I think, or what I do know, and I don't really budge. So in her opinion, I will be flexible with a lot of things, but when it comes to convictions, No, this is the way it is. This is what's right. This is what's wrong. And I do get that from my father. I do. My father had convictions. And once he had a conviction, you're not going to change his mind. You're not going to sway him. And I get that from him. So I think I get that from my father and from my mother, the bubbly personality sometimes, and silliness that I can get from my mother. So somebody said my father was a misogynist on here. No, not really. Not really. That word wasn't even invented back in the day. He was a country boy who was brought up very strict, in a strict way, and he had his views and he stood by his convictions, and he didn't care what other people thought. I'm the same way. I am not a gossip because I really don't care about other people's standards. I walk to my own drumbeat, and that's the way I've always been. And I don't go in with girls just to fit in. I don't go into the crowds to fit in. I'm somebody who will actually stand my ground, even if that means I'm not going to fit in with people. So that's kind of who I am. If if people are wondering, like, oh, wonder what she's like, that's how I am. I am a tough, independent woman who likes to think for herself.